Zubac, big double-double tonight. The first couple possessions went through you. Just talk about the game plan with that, setting the tempo with you, having the touches, and then also getting a double-double tonight, really performing on both sides of the ball too as well.
I think, we did that pretty often this year. In the beginning, we would go to me. That was it. Just try to be physical on my post-ups. Try to get as close to the basket as possible so I get some layups. And it worked well tonight. I feel pretty confident in the post. I feel like I can post up pretty much anyone, and that's it.
I feel like people sleep on the footwork too as well. And then too, Gaffer was really struggling with it, and he got 2 quick fouls immediately. I just want to talk about your footwork because you have a lot of good footwork too offensively.
Yeah. Always, even before NBA, I was a post player coming into the league. I didn't get an opportunity to do it a lot. But last couple of years, I've been working on it throughout my whole career, and the last 2 years we've really used it a lot more. And like I said, I feel pretty confident in it. I got a lot of stuff in the post. Been working on it forever, and that's it.
Just to piggyback off that, Zoo, this way to your right. Just to piggyback off that, can you elaborate on, it seemed like they was kind of going through you in the beginning, like running the offense through you. Can you elaborate on what kind of went into that process?
Not sure. Ty Lue said first play is going to be for me, and that first play, I was able to get pretty deep in the paint. He fouled me, and we kept going to it. It was successful for us, and as long as I keep, taking advantage of it, getting good looks and finishing, I think we're going to go to me a little more. So,
Sure, thank you. Appreciate you.
So to your left, just the second quarter defense. I'm sure you heard a lot about this week about you guarding Luka, what happened 3 years ago, not being able to stay on the floor in certain situations. What was it like for you to be able to be such a driving force of the defense, especially in that first half?
Just doing my job. I know we're a great defensive team, and I got to be one of the leaders out there on the defensive end, and that's something I've been doing for this team for a little bit. And no matter who it is, just got to lock into the game plan. They're gonna make shots. Luka, Kyrie, they're gonna make tough shots, but we gotta make it harder for them. Got to make them take tough shots, and that's it. I'm not worried about what anyone says about series 3 years ago. That was 3 years ago. What's our game plan? What we are willing to give up, what we're trying to take away, and just stick to it.
Zoo, what was it like for the players when you all found out you would not have Kawhi in this game, and then normally you have Paul that can step in or one other star, but now you have James. What was it like for James to step up in that first half?
It was great. James was great, man. We needed him, and he played great. He's one of the greatest scorers this game has seen. He can do that on a nightly basis, and it's just the role is different for him on this team. And no Kawhi, we need him to score more, and that's what he did, and we all know he can do that.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, what's up? Have you ever had a flagrant and a tech on the same play before?
No, I don't. I didn't have a lot of techs or flagrants in my life, and I'm not sure how I got both on the same play. That's I'm gonna ask that question later too. I'm gonna ask some people, but it is what it is, man.
Well, can I ask you sort of just about? Do you guys have a chip at all as far as like a lot of people picking against you? You don't have Kawhi, so But
Yeah. I think we have to. A lot of people write us off. We're not really worried about those people, but at the same time, your competitive spirit, you want to prove everyone wrong. And we know who we got in the locker room. We know what we're capable of, and we just don't care what people think or whatever they say, it's at the end of the day, it's a game of basketball. We got some pretty good players, and we're always gonna, no matter who's on the other end, we're gonna have a chance to win a game.
Zoo, the other day when we talked to you, you said you foresee this as a series where you guys won't be able to play small as much as past years. Having the game that you did, do you think that kind of reinforces the idea that you guys don't need to play small against them?
I mean, if you ask me, I want to big on the floor at all times, but it's game by game, man. It's a game of adjustments. They're gonna make their adjustments, so we got to be ready for anything. But when I'm out there, I'm gonna try to, small ball or not, I'm gonna try to punish them in a post. I'm gonna try to be big on the boards, protect the rim, do my job, be physical, and everything else is up to Ty Lue, and he's gonna make the right call, and we all trust him. So, game by game, whatever it takes.
Hey, Zoo, I asked PG about your performance. He said you could dominate on any night, and when you play on a team with multiple Hall of Famers, how does it feel for you to get that praise from them, and then also the confidence to put up the most shots on the team tonight in a game one like tonight?
It's great, man. Playing with those guys and getting 17 shots it's a great feeling, and having their trust and confidence, them pushing me, wanting me to be more aggressive to score, be more involved offensively. They're looking for me, so it's great having that confidence from those types of players. It's really amazing, and just want to I want to be best version I can be for this team, and I'll do whatever it takes to help us win.
Hey, Zoo. So of course, Kyrie, Luka, they were able to, perform the way that they were able to. But you always hear about the others in the playoffs, and you guys were able to slow down their other guys. What went into that?
It's a big thing, We know those two guys are going to make big shots, tough shots. We got to be locked in on everyone else. We know all their tendencies. We know what they're trying to do. We're ready. We're prepared well. We watched a lot of film on those guys. We know what we want to give up and what we want to take away. So we're locked in on everyone, and that's it. Thank you.
Hey, Coach, over here.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what went behind your decision to have Amir Coffey start in Kawhi Leonard's place, and how do you rate his performance?
Just defensively, I think to be able to throw somebody at Kyrie, and so PG, with Kawhi being out, doesn't have to worry about chasing Kyrie and Luka around. So having T-Man and Amir out there to chase those two around early, and if we need to go to PG late, we can do that. And so he's one of our better defenders, and I thought he did a good job. He turned down a couple shots that he normally takes and that we need him to take, but other than that, overall, I thought he was pretty good. He could be better.
Ty, when it's all said and done, is this still considered a good playoff win? And what did you think about the way Paul and James handled themselves in the playoffs?
Any win in the playoffs is a good win. This ain't the regular season, and like I said, we called some of our coverages off because we got up by 26, and so we didn't want to allow, skip threes, and we didn't want to, we turned the blitz off on Kyrie. He kind of got going, but we just kind of managed it because we didn't want to give up threes. So, Kyrie's playing in the pocket, getting pull-up twos and stuff. When we up 26, then we can live with that. And so we called some of our coverages off because we got up by so much. And so, like I said, but there's no bad win in the playoffs. And so it was a huge win for us. I thought PG and James were great. Russ, our bench, everybody was good tonight. Zoo really dominated on the inside, going to him early, really set the tone, getting Gafford in foul trouble. But defensively, I thought, we were right on point. We did a good job executing our defensive game plan, but it's still, we still got to be better. There's some things that we didn't do that we're supposed to do. So we got to be better with that, so we'll clean it up tomorrow.
Ty, you've known James for a very long time and watched him. He's been in a lot of very different situations and asked to take on a lot of different roles throughout his career. How do you think he drew upon those different experiences today in today's game?
James is James, and so we need him to be aggressive, no matter if Kawhi's playing or who's on the floor. And so, when he's getting 10, 11 threes up, like, usually it's going to be a good night for us, And so just, attacking the basket, making the right play, but also getting his threes, getting his one-on-one ISOs, and getting our spacing. We got to do a better job with that, which we didn't do a lot of slot cutting. But, overall, like we know, James can score at a high level, and tonight he was really good.
Ty, when you guys were over here, when you guys were at your best at 26-5, obviously James was at his best playmaking. But when he is scoring like that and shooting like that, what kind of element does that give you guys?
A huge element. When he's scoring the basketball and making the right play, it's huge. And so he understands that he doesn't have to do a lot of heavy lifting when Kawhi and PG both are on the floor, but one of those guys are out. He has to step up and be aggressive to score the basketball. And so that's what he's been doing for us as of late. I thought he really set the tone early by scoring him and Zoo, and then it kind of opened everything else up for us. And
Did you talk to him knowing when Kawhi was out, like, hey, we're going to need more scoring from you?
During the regular season, we talked about that, yeah. And so, as you can see, those last 5 games he played, he really stepped it up as far as shooting the basketball more, looking to score more. We got him in more isolation situations more. And so, like I said, he's been great for us all year. And so, he's a huge part of our success. And like I said, just, a total team win tonight. And, I was really proud of our guys understanding the game plan, even though we can clean some things up that we didn't do a good job with. But for the most part, I thought it was pretty good.
Defensively, the last time you played a full game with the rotation, it was that game in Phoenix where y'all started, and I think Phoenix had like 10 first quarter points, 8 second quarter points allowed. Like, what have you seen from your defense, from your guys, that just has been as exceptional as it's been just in those 2 quarters?
Well, tonight, I just think, we had a chance to game plan. We had 4 or 5 days to really understand what they were doing and understand what we want to take away and what we're willing to give up, And so I thought our guys were, we're pretty good. We got to be better. We understand that. But for the most part, just looking at it, I thought our schemes were really good, And so going to, game 2, we got to clean a couple of things up and then just kind of go from there. But the Phoenix game was the same way. I think it was our physicality, paying attention to detail, how we want to defend. And we did it in Phoenix, and like I said, again tonight, we did it again.
Ty, can you describe what the defense in the first half in particular, you held them to 22% shooting from the field, and the job that Terrence Mann in particular did on Luka Doncic, how that set the tone for the game?
Yeah, I thought, that was our game plan coming in, just T-Man in the mirror, just picking up full court, and just, give Luka different looks and try to wear him down. He's a great player, and so you got to just throw different looks at him. You got to play hard and compete. He's going to make some tough shots, as we saw tonight, but just make it hard. Make them work, Don't let your guards down. Don't relax. And then when he makes tough shots, don't get deflated. Like, get the ball out, let's go, And so, I said T-Man did a good job just competing, with him. And like I said, he's a leading scorer in the NBA for a reason. He makes tough shots. He has the ball in his hands, and he can make the right plays as well. So T-Man did a good job.
Coach, your size is just killing them inside the paint as far as rebounding. And Zubac, as you said, getting him going early. Is that something schematically you'll stick with, or you just kind of go game to game and take what they give you?
Game to game.
Ty, just curious, back here.
Oh, sorry.
But both teams shot under 43% in the paint, and I think overall points in the paint was just down for both teams. What did you see? Because I know Zoo got off to a great start inside, but what did you see that made it really hard to just score buckets around the basket?
We got there, and we just got to do a better job getting to the free throw line, however you want to take that. But they got to the free throw line, a lot. 33 free throws is way too many, and so we got to make sure we're defending without fouling, but we got to do a good job, continue to keep attacking the paint, and being aggressive. Like, we got to go through them. So we can't just play for the foul. We got to go through them to get the foul, and so we got to be better.
Hey, Ty. So obviously, playoff game, you probably don't need any more motivation than that, but for these guys, until you guys get Kawhi back, is it an opportunity to kind of like remind people like how deep you are and how capable you are and like, what James is James, et cetera?
No, I don't really feed into it. I just, playoffs is a different animal. It's a different beast. Like I said, I think our guys, throughout the course of the season, like I said, you got guys at 13, 14, 15 years, and they don't want to keep hearing the same thing over and over again of things you got to work on when you get to the playoffs. And so I'm glad the playoffs are here. Like, this is the fun time of the year. You work 7.5 months to get to this point. And so as you see tonight, like, the guys were locked in. And like I said, we understand, when God goes out, everyone has to step up. It's not one man, it's not two men. Like, everyone has to step up and be good. And so I thought tonight was a step in the right direction as far as everyone stepping up in Kawhi's absence, and then we, got a huge win.
Ty, you guys were pretty good out of ATOs today, specifically. What goes into holding some back for the playoffs as opposed to, I guess, experimenting with them in the regular season?
It just depends on who you're playing. I mean, we have, we've gone over some ATOs for the last, month or so, just things that we want to run in the playoffs that teams haven't seen. And for instance, like tonight, Mace made a big play, up 15, getting PG on that back door to stop the bleeding was a huge play. And we worked on it for the last 2-3 weeks, just the timing of everything and the pass. And so, you can't show your hand on everything during the regular season, and so you got to have some different things for the playoffs, and you got to be willing to pull it out when the time is right. And so, I don't know. So.
Hey, Ty, on that note, even though the regular season is different than the playoffs, in what ways has the team's success with having to play without Kawhi factored into today?
I think it was huge. The last 8 games of just having to play against some good teams, like we talked about Phoenix, Denver, Cleveland, and winning those games, and just playing without Kawhi and knowing how we had to play, I think was huge for us to see. And it's like a blessing in disguise a little bit, But we all know we need Kawhi, but with him missing those last 8-9 games, like, we found a way that we had to play, until he got back, and so that was good for us. And so tonight, we saw that. Like I said, we got to do a better job fouling. I think we got to do a better job of attacking what we're trying to attack offensively, and our spacing wasn't as good as it has been in the past, and so we got to do a better job with that. But overall, a good win against a great team. Like I said, and Jake has done a hell of a job all year, and so I know they're going to be ready for Game 2, and so we got to be ready ourselves to start. Thank you. Yeah.